The Progressive American Flat Track Series has come down to the final race of the year. Two powerhouses have risen to the challenge and destined to be deemed 2025 Mission Super Twins champion. Dallas Daniels stands on the doorstep of history as he tries to win a title for a brand who hasn't owned one in this series in over half a century. Briar Bauman brought a legendary brand back to prominence in the premier class. These two titans clash for final bragging rights at the Lake of the Ozark Short Track.
It's the finale of the Progressive American Flat Track Series, and it all plays out at the Lake Ozark Short Track. Hey everybody, I'm Ricky Rackman. So happy to be back with the American Flat Track Series. And joining me, we've got the voice of AFT, Scotty Dubler, and 2017 singles champion, Colby Carlisle. Okay guys, I haven't been here for a while. Have I missed much?
Man, you have missed a whole lot. First of all, Dallas Daniels did what everyone thought he would by winning the first two races of the season.
I just kept clicking away my laps. I had a good line down here in 3 and 4, and Briar, he was so smooth all day. And man, not to, it's easy to say when you won, but how impressive is that? A dude gets on a different bike this year, an XG that's never won, and he's like the toughest competition. That's gnarly. He's going to be tough the rest of the year.
But what many didn't see happening was how well Briar Bauman would do adapting to the Harley-Davidson XG 750 and winning Sonoy, Georgia.
Man, it means so much to me. It means so much to my family. A lot of this goes to my brother and my dad for teaching me to be such a good motorcycle racer. Bronson grew up pushing me.
From Sonoya on, it was a battle of those two heavyweights until Black Hills, where Briar Bauman knocked down Dallas Daniels. Briar fought back to get third, but it is Brandon Robinson who was the third winner of our season.
This is awesome. I wasn't sure if we were going to get a win this year or not. I felt like we were inching closer and closer, and finally just kind of felt everything was coming together tonight. We were fast from first practice on.
Heading into Springfield, Briar had a slim point margin, but was firmly in the lead. Dallas, getting help from his Yamaha brothers, pulled off the win and shrunk the points lead to barely a whisper.
Winning the Springfield mile was, it's pretty cool.
It was in the second Springfield that changed the entire scope of the series. While in the mix for the lead, Briar Bauman was black flagged and changed the trajectory heading into the Lake of the Ozarks.
We were probably a bit foolish to think we were going to take on the essence in racing, but luckily we're all a little bit silly.
Outside the points battle was Trent Lowe, who won the Springfield mile as a rookie on a Honda.
These guys have put so much into this, and it just means a lot to finally get one here.
Thanks guys for getting me up to date, and it really does solidify that anything can happen at any single race. So you guys go do what you do, and let's get you up to date with the point standings. With the points entering the final race, Dallas Daniels has a 13-point lead on Briar. In reality, for Briar to take the title, he has to win, and Dallas needs to finish 8th or worse. Now back to Scotty in the pits.
Down here in the pits, it's time for my favorite part, the pit walk. Here is one of the guys going for the Rookie of the Year in the Mission AFT Super Twins. James Ott, your first season, man. Tell me about it. How'd it go?
I mean, honestly, it's gone pretty well, all things considered. I've learned a lot. This class has been, I don't want to say it's harder than I thought it would be, but I expected a couple more better results at some of the tracks, but it's been all in learning and jiving with the team and all that, and I think we've learned a lot for the future.
James Ott on the G&G number 19 Yamaha in the Mission Super Twins. And here's James Ott competition in the Mission Super Twins. Trent Lowe, you're going for Rookie of the Year. What would it mean to get that notch here tonight?
Yeah, the team's definitely excited about it. They really want that. I feel like we have a good shot now. We're 18-point lead. We just got to finish the race, but I'm not here just to secure a Rookie of the Year. I want to do good. I want to be up front battling. So that's what we work for, and we don't work for just getting Rookie of the Year, but the team's excited about it, so I definitely want to lock that up.
That was the two riders battling for the Mission Super Twins Rookie of the Year standings. This kid came out of nowhere earlier this year and already locked up the Rookie of the Year in the AFT Singles class. Cage Tadman, man, congrats on being Rookie of the Year.
I appreciate it. It's been an ecstatic year. I mean, I'm super happy with my results, and I mean, it's crazy. I mean, we went from battling for first place to battling to last place. So it's we've definitely had our highs and lows this year, but I mean, I'm excited to be able to, even be fourth in points. I mean, that's crazy just to be in the top 5. And I think if we can start with the full season next year, we can be a title contender.
That's Cage Tadman in the AFT Singles class. He already locked up the Rookie of the Year so far. He's got one more race. He got one more win opportunity here tonight. Now, to the third member of our crew, here is Colby Carlisle.
Guys, it is championship day here at Lake Ozark Short Track, and although Briar Bauman had that disqualification at Springfield, which really tightened everything up, set him back, but it's racing. It is still alive more than ever. If Dallas Daniels is to finish 8th place today, Briar and him will tie for championship points, and Briar Bauman will grab the championship. Again, it's racing. Anything can happen. It's time to see.
Thanks, Colby, for the great insight on the championship mentality. I mean, it really is a mind game as well. Last round, Kristen Beat went into detail about the Mission Challenge. Kristen?
Guys, do you realize over the last few seasons, the Mission Challenge has paid out over $400,000 in winnings? We're here to find out how the riders have spent their money. Dallas, you have earned more Mission Challenge wins than anyone else this season. What have you done to spend the money?
I'm saving up to buy a new bike for my amateur race team that I just lost my riders. So anybody out there that wants, looking for a rider, send applications. It's actually a win-win because now I don't have to spend money. So
mostly on bike parts, really. Our training equipment, everything pretty much goes back into racing, and recently built the house, so a lot of that went into that. And yeah, I think I've got 3 mission challenges so far, or something like that. Surprise thing, it happened so fast too. I mean, it's 4 laps, and at the end of that, it's like, man, that's a good chunk of change.
I was winning it just to win it. I wanted to get those points for the end of the day, and to see that check at the end, I was like, holy crap, this is awesome. Thank you, Mission. I'm going to start eating more Mission tortilla chips. Maybe I'll spend some of it on that.
First year was kind of cool. I was engaged to my wife at that point, so 2021 was pretty big for the first year Mission Challenges, and pretty much helped pay for the wedding.
I made my wife happy. Let's just say that. I made my wife very happy, and hopefully we can maybe win another challenge by the end of the year, and maybe I can buy something for myself.
Trent, you just won your first Mission Challenge. How are you going to spend the winnings?
I don't know. I might hit up the casino and put it all on black and hopefully double it or lose it. We'll see what happens.
Those 4 lappers of making $5 grand were pretty sweet. So I'd say I miss the $5,000 4-lap challenges. Bought a lot of stuff over the years with my $5,000 wins. Lately been paying for a lot of gymnastics.
Well, I can answer this for Briar. Baby room. It's awesome to have the support of Mission and Mr. Gonzalez supporting the riders, supporting Briar personally. It's huge. It's really nice to have their support and to see it all across motorsports.
Thanks, Kristen. When we return, we start the finale here at the Lake Ozark Short Track.
The Progressive American Flat Track Series is being brought to you by Mission Foods. Mission Foods has you covered with race day recipes that are too fast, too tasty.
In Springfield, AFT crowned a champion, Tom Drain, after a slow start to the season. Tom became the man to beat, and in Springfield, he was unbeatable. Lots of emotion in the Australian as he captured the title.
I just can't thank my whole team enough, and same my family, all the sacrifice we've had to do to be here. It's awesome for my dad and mum to give up what they're doing to be over here to help me. It's amazing.
Today, he's still chasing history, looking to tie the record for most wins in the season at 8. Tom Drain fastest in qualifying. Chad Coast is second fastest, but chased closely by some folks looking to make waves going into the offseason.
Yeah, we were actually swinging and missing big time in practice, and now we're hitting this thing off a tee, so it looks pretty good. We figured it out. We were too far one direction and too far the opposite direction. Now we're somewhere floating around in the middle, so things are looking good, and we'll go off in the heat race and give it the best we got and go out with a bang.
It's always nice coming out of the trailer and being able to run up front. Makes your life a lot easier. You know, you're not scrambling so much, and it just keeps you in a better mood all day long. So hopefully we can make it work for the main event and the heat races, and hopefully see you on the top box.
It would mean a lot. We've been struggling a little bit this year, just haven't had the best of luck all year, and it would be amazing to pull it off at the last race of the season.
AFT Singles Heat Race number 1. 228 Tadman are in the middle. 59 Tom Drain would take the whole shot into the first corner. Roos Evans goes wide. That opens up the door for the 75 of Santero to get in the mix.
Santero gets in the mix, like you said, but Tadman keeps that on around the outside and is able to take over second place.
Chasing the 59 of Tom Drain. Tadman goes up to second. Santero third. The red flag comes out for Bronson Pierce, and they call that one a heat race. AFT Singles heat race number 2. Chad Coase on the inside, but it'd be Braden Fanders on the 83 grabbing the whole shot.
Fanders is able to hold the lead down for a little while, but Chad Coase is persistent and finally gets it back going into turn 3.
The veteran looked very strong out here at this short track. The 49 was fast and leads him up to turn number 4 and would win heat race number 2.
I'm relying on my team. My mechanics making all the right calls, and I feel comfortable. So when I'm comfortable, I'm dangerous. So I'm ready for the main.
AFT Singles challenge race on the lines. The Bills Home Improvement Superfan Challenge race, the 59 of Tom Drain once again grabbing a whole shot.
And Tom Drain is able to open up a lead on this one. Chad Coase tries to track him down, but it is going to be Tom Drain picking up the win here in this one.
$2,500 going in the pocket of the 59 Tom Drain. Big thanks going out to Bills Home Improvement on the Superfan Challenge race. The AFT Singles starting lineup looks like this. Chad Coase on the 49 will be on the pole. Tom Drain will start second. Braden Fanders third. Cage Tadman will be fourth. Trevor Bruner starting way back there in fifth. And Jared Lowe, who qualified very well, starting back in ninth. The 10-second board is up. 16 of the best AFT Singles riders in the country are on the starting lineup. The last race of the season. Watching for the green light, and it is on, and here we go into the first corner. Braden Fanders grabbing the whole shot on the 83.
Yeah, Braden Fanders able to get the start for the first time today, and Tom Drain back in fourth right now. We've got 2 first impressions. Husqvarna's in front of Tom Drain. This is the biggest challenge we've seen for him all day.
Out front, Fanders looking for his first ever win. Here comes Tadman in second. He's looking for his third.
Let's see, is Fanders, is he going to be able to stay calm and be able to get a gap on this thing? But we've seen here so many times at Lake Ozark, the guys can cream, rises always to the top.
Here comes the 228. Tadman was railing the high line earlier today. He goes back to work on the high side. He's trying to go around the outside of the leader. 228 Cage Tadman.
Braden Fanders has Tadman there. Chad Coase and Tom Drain, our heat race winners, back there sitting in third and fourth right now. Tom Drain trying to see where the line is. Tadman's rolling around the outside of Fanders. Is he going to be able to finish the pass? He is. Fanders slides up just a little bit. No, Fanders runs it in deep into one.
Up the racetrack goes the 83 to the bottom of the racetrack comes the 228. Tadman trying the low line for the first time tonight, trying to make the pass. The pass for the lead going into 3.
Yeah, and these two have a little bit of history. They came together at Springfield Mile. Fanders ended up going down, but Tadman will lead us this time by.
Can Fanders get back by Tadman? Tadman, who won his first 2 races of his career out in California earlier this year. He'd love to win the final race of the season.
Tadman is dangerous when he gets out front like this, Scotty. We've seen it before. He just able to run away with it. And Tom Drain taking a little bit, but last year we saw Cody Kopp was able to march his way forward in this one.
Drain has put himself up to third. Fanders still in second right now. Can Fanders get back and get into the top spot? Fanders in second on that all-white KTM. It is the Husqvarna in the lead. Tadman showing the way.
The good thing for Tadman is he wasn't leading from the start. He knows which line is a little bit faster for him to be able to get by Fanders, but he has to clean these next couple laps. He has to get as far away from Fanders and Tom Drain as he can.
A little backfire coming off the 59 bike when he lets off the throttle going into 3. No harm, no foul for the Estenson Yamaha. He's already locked up the championship. He's just trying to make some history out here tonight is Tom Drain. Right behind him is Coase, and now behind Coase, Santero has gotten by Dalton Gauthier.
Yeah, and it looks like we've got 6 guys really making their way to the front, but Tadman not able to make much ground on Fanders. They've got just a little bit back to third, back to Drain, as Chad Coase starts to slowly fall off the back of Drain. Okay, that's the first time we've seen it. So Tom Drain moves down the racetrack just a little bit into turn 1 there.
Tadman has the fastest lap of the race so far, 17.194. He's really sideways down here in this corner. Here comes second and third, closing on the leader.
Let's see it. Yep, Tom Drain again goes down lower. He's cutting off the racetrack. This is what they did last year. This is how Dallas Daniels was able to march his way to the front in that Super Twins main event last year. Tom Drain's doing the exact same thing, and he has the advantage because he can see that he's catching up. Fanders and Tadman have no idea idea what's going on yet.
Halfway flags are out, 3 minutes down, 3 minutes and 2 laps to go. Tadman out front. Here comes Drain looking at the bottom.
Yeah, Drain's cutting off so much racetrack. He is going to go by Fanders here in just a few laps. He's going to take him by surprise, and then it's going to be up to Fanders to see how do I fend off against that. Watch how much time he's going to cut off right here. Tom Drain's going to go lower than anyone else going into turn 1. Look at that. He goes right up the inside. Fanders sees him out of the corner of his eye. He's going to know he's there now.
Here comes the 59. Tom Drain marching his way towards the front, trying a completely different line going into 1 than anybody else in this class. Will the Mission Super Twins, are they watching in the pit area right now?
Tom Drain's going to make the pass right here. Now it's going to be hard for him to get the drive off of turn 2 that he needs to finish the pass. He's not. See, that's the hard part. Drain's going to have to get in front of him and cut him off. That's going to help Tadman. It's going to let Tadman get a little bit more breathing room, Scotty.
Yeah, Fanders up there in second, trying to secure his first real podium. He got credited for a podium as Drain sends it up the inside. The 59 trying to make the pass by the 83.
It was textbook. He had to do that. He has to cut off Fanders. He looks over. Now, Fanders has to immediately attack back. He has to go back up the inside of him, but he's not going to know what to do going into turn 1 here. He doesn't know how low Tom Drain's going. Now, Tadman has to try to keep going, but he's going to do the same thing to him here in about 2 laps.
Here comes Drain now. See if he can do the same move on the 228. Now, in the catbird spot, now is the 83. If he can watch the 59, see what he's doing, maybe he can do the same thing.
Yeah, but Drain's going in so low that for Fanders to be able to go in lower than him, it's going to be tough. But Tom Drain takes the shot. He's going to get it. Can Tadman turn up underneath him? He needs to. He needs to get the drive back by him. He will. He has to run it off in here.
Short track racing at its finest here in Missouri. Tadman goes back out in front. Drain goes back to second, and don't count out Fanders in third.
So Tadman needs to adjust. Let's see how quick he is a learner. He does it. He moves up the racetrack still. Now he needs to get back underneath Drain or roll around the outside of him. He's able to do that. He cannot allow Drain to clear him 1 lap.
Drain goes up the inside, takes the lead. Tadman's kind of hung out to dry on the high side. Now Tadman tries to square up the corner in turn 4. Here they come to the front straightaway. Tadman almost hits the back tire of the 59 bike.
So Tadman's got a minute left to try and figure something else out here, but Tom Drain going in so low into 1 there.
Red flag is out. The hands were coming up as we saw that as they come onto the back straightaway. There's a rider down in turn 3 and 4. It is the 21 of Bruner. We'll clean up the track and get back to the action in just a moment. Welcome back to the Lake Ozark Short Track. A restart, and we revert back 1 lap, which puts Tage Tadman on the pole. Lights are green. Tadman's trying to get through the gearbox as fast as he can. Here comes Drain looking at the outside. Now slams on the brake and goes to the bottom of the racetrack. Drain goes to the lead.
Yeah, Tadman didn't need to do that. He needed to stay down lower, even if he went in a little bit slower, because now Drain has the advantage. Fanders is going to go up the inside of Tadman as well, not able to finish it. Tadman, what are you going to be able to do?
Out front, we got a new leader. He's the champ, 59, Drain out front, Tadman, Fanders. Now Fanders has company. Here comes Santero on the 75.
While restart does, Santero is now in the mix of it. Tadman committing to the outside line. Fanders falls back to 3rd. Chad Coase back in 5th.
Santero up to 3rd. Now Fanders goes back to 4th. Still looking to celebrate his first podium.
And Scotty, nobody else is going in low into turn 1. Tom Drain, our leader, who's walking away with it. Santero up the inside. No, he's not able to finish it. But why is nobody moving down into turn 1?
Nobody's trusting it right now. The time is about to expire.
Tadman, he tries to do it as well. He does a good job of it, but Santero's going to try to square up the corner. Will he get the run on it? Yes, he will.
Santero goes to 2nd. They're chasing the number 59 Santero. Tadman's not done around the outside. Santero on the inside. 2 laps to go.
Santero charging. He was able to get a better drive off of turn 2 here. Tadman, that's the problem with experimenting with new lines. You don't know what it's going to do, and that cost him a spot.
Can the 75 take his first career win? He's up to 2nd. He's running out of time. The white flag is out here in Missouri.
Santero, what does he have? He's going to have to try to get a run down this back straightaway, take a shot. He does. He's going to have a good drive down the back straightaway here, Scotty.
Here comes the 75. What can he do with the 59? Last lap, last corner of the season. Santero with nothing to lose, trying to square up the corner. It's going to be your 2025 singles champ. Drain wins the season finale. Santero ties his career best finish with 2nd. Wow. The results look like this. Tom Drain hangs onto the win by 0.139 seconds over Santero. Tadman is 3rd. Fanders is 4th. Chad Coase is 5th. Gautier, Jared Lowe, Walker Porter, Hunter Bauer, and Ruth Evans rounding out your top 10. And a tough break for Caleb Martin, who did not get going off that restart. On the podium is Tom Drain with Ricky Rackman.
Champion, race winner, also set a record. Now, you already clinched the championship. Were you thinking of that record, the record for the most wins in a season, which is 8? Was that on your mind?
Yeah, for sure. That was one goal I definitely want to tick off. To match Dallas and Cody do that, that'd be really cool. And to get it done was awesome. So able to do that, and it was really good.
You've got a lot of reasons to celebrate. How are we celebrating tonight?
Hopefully Dallas can wrap this championship up today. I really like to see him do it and be really good for the team, and hopefully we can all celebrate both championships together.
Here is the restart. Tadman takes him in the first corner, but Drain just goes in around the outside, then hits the brakes and goes to the inside.
Yeah, Drain knew exactly what he needed to do to grab that front and get away from the rest of the field. He's going to pick up the win here.
And tying for his career best, second place for Terrence Santero.
What was it that happened after the restart? Was it a different line?
It was a different line. We started finding like right before the end, like the red flag happened, and came into the pits and was talking to my mechanic Charlie, and I was like, dude, I think we can win this. You know, I felt fast enough to do it, and I was riding up right up high. We made it happen. I'm stoked. I feel like we're just like close, but not close enough. I was really close to my first win, but we'll take what we can get.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
The AFT Singles presented by Kicker. Point standing is at the end of the season. Tom Drain with his 8th win, tying a record with 8 is your champ. 21 Bruner second, Sadoff third. Tadman gets up to 4th in his rookie season. Terrence Santero rounding out your top 5. On the podium is Ricky Rack with 3rd place, Cage Tadman.
Not only 3rd place, also the Rookie of the Year. Cage, when you started this season, your first 2 races, you ended up winning. Did that kind of like, hey, this stuff isn't so hard?
You know, at first it was kind of a weird shock. You know, I mean, racing against all these guys and going out winning my first 2. I mean, I'm still speechless about it. You know, something I always dreamed about, especially just winning a national, and I mean, winning 2 of them in a row and then winning my debut. You know, it's unbelievable.
What a way to finish off the season for Cage Tadman. Again, he won his first 2 races of his career and finishes off with a podium here and gets the Rookie of the Year in the 2025 season. Cage Tadman on that First Impressions Husqvarna. 1 race left in the 2025 season. Mission Super Twins are up next. Welcome back to the Lake Ozark Short Track. One more series wrapping up their title this final weekend is the Royal Enfield Build Train Race Program. Leading the points heading into the series finale is Emma Gotch, who has won once and 2 seconds so far.
Everything within this team, BTR, there's so many experiences and the relationships, the friendships, everything. It's just awesome.
Main event number 1, Royal Enfield Build Train Race Program. The 5, Emma Gotch grabs the whole shot.
Maricela Rodriguez gets a good start as well, but not able to grab the whole shot. Tries to go around the outside, but it's Taya Little on the charge.
Taya Little did find the high line. The 113 would stick to her line. Taya Little, lap after lap, went to the high side, trying to get around the 113.
Taya Little holds it on and is a drag race to the finish line. It'll be Maricela Rodriguez by 9 thousandths of a second.
3 of us even. Emma, she's been riding so great all season. Like, the first half I've been like chasing her down even in Daytona, and same with Taya. So I would honestly say I've learned a lot from them. So to be able to be on top of the box with them is so cool.
Main event number 2, the 5 of Emma Gotch grabs another hole shot.
It's going to be Maricela Rodriguez looking around the outside.
Here comes Taya Little. This time she looks up the inside. They're trying to go 3 wide on the Royal Enfields.
And they're able to get by. Taya Little keeps it on around the outside, starts to pull away.
They're all chasing the 11 of Taya Little right there at the line. Second goes to Emma Gotch on the 5, and third is the 113. But it'll be Taya Little taking the championship in the Royal Enfield Build Train Race Program.
Racing though is just back and forth the whole time. It's just so fun, and then we go back to the pit and we hang out with all the girls, talk about the race. Just, yeah, it's just awesome.
Wrapping up the Royal Enfield Championship, a couple of weeks ago we wrapped up another championship, the Adventure Tracker class. The genesis for the Adventure Tracker class, the Triumph, has been put through the works by the former Supercross rider Jeff Stanton.
You know, I've always wanted to start an adventure business, and out of the blue one day, the president of Triumph called me and said, hey, I hear you want to start an adventure business. We're all in. Let's sell bikes. Let's build it together.
It's an amazing feeling to be out in nature, to be on a motorcycle, combine those 2 elements. It's really an exploration that you create on your own. For me, it's the best time you can have is ride motorcycles.
And this Tiger 900 is a phenomenal bike. For for adventure riding and exploring, whether you're going out and camping or you're at a 5-star lodge.
To think that the AFT is taking the Triumph Tigers and put them on a flat track, that's something I think has to be seen. That's a spectacle.
I love dirt track. I would like to see the adventure trackers work their way into the mountains, but we're getting coverage. We're selling adventure bikes. #1 selling market in the world right now is adventure bikes. And so, yeah, we'll keep running with it. I'm glad it's not me with the steel shoe on at 56 years old, but at least we're out there doing it, and we're advancing.
Jeff Stanton definitely knows a thing or two about championships. Another rider looking for his first Mission Super Twins championship is our Dunlop rider profile, Dallas Daniels.
Spent a lot of time, a lot of hard work, a lot of days trying to just put myself in a position to be able to do this. And so, yeah, it's funny because, like, the last few weeks or last week or so from Springfield on has been, a lot, like, thinking about it. And as soon as I rolled into the track yesterday, it was like all, it just kind of all went away. Like, this is kind of my happy place. This is where I feel comfortable. But just like sitting at home, like it was like Monday, just taking forever to come around. Like I just want to get back to the track and just get to racing my bike. And it just, when we pulled into the track, it was just like, oh, finally, we get to do our thing. And it's a lot of fun racing motorcycles. That's why we do it. And yeah, it's just it's going to be a good time for sure.
When we come back to Missouri, we'll see if Dallas Daniels can win his first championship. Welcome back to Lake Ozark Short Track. What a disastrous weekend in Springfield for Briar Bauman.
Yeah, but Briar Bauman has to compartmentalize everything that's going on and just simply go out here and win the race tonight.
Yeah, it is what it is. We just have to win, do our job to the best of our abilities, and go home after. Like it's been a long year. Everyone's tired, emotionally, physically. The whole of the story. So yeah, just win and try and do our job as good as we can, and see what happens.
Colby, Yamaha's on the brink of their first title since 1974. Tell us about the evolution of this Estenson Yamaha.
They have been working on this motorcycle with this engine since 2017, and finally, they are on the brink of a championship.
When I started back into the flat track thing, and I met Tommy Hayden, fast forwarding. We sat down and he said, well, what's your goal? And I sat back. At first I was just trying to make a Yamaha competitive. And then no, I need to think bigger. I said, my goal is one day to win, a twins championship on a Yamaha, because it hasn't been done for a long, long time. That probably doesn't mean a lot to others, but it means a lot to me to accomplish goals. I'm a very goal-oriented guy. So all of a sudden, this whole year has really been up and down. We've struggled a lot at the beginning of all the races with our twin, trying to get Dallas comfortable, trying to get the bike handling. So it's been like one of these, I'll have an up, I'll have a real high, and then I'll have it down, and then I won't know. Going into Springfield, I was like, man, we've got to win every race, and Briar's got to get second every race, and we can win by 1 point. I'm here and I'm the front of it, but I'm certainly not the one that got us here. There's just lots and lots of people. Too many names to mention right now, but I'm super proud of everybody.
The stage was set earlier in the evening for the Mission Super Twins. Heat race #1, Briar and Dallas going to the first corner. It's a dead heat between these two.
Yeah, Dallas Daniels was able to check up a little bit, grab the lead momentarily, but Briar Bauman was on a mission to take that back from Dallas.
Briar sent up the inside, took the lead on that Harley-Davidson, and wouldn't look back from this point. Briar Bauman did look over his shoulder right there, but it didn't slow him down at all. Briar wins heat race #1 ahead of Dallas Daniels. In heat race #2, another Harley-Davidson, the 44, Brandon Robinson on the bottom of the racetrack. Gets up the inside of Bronson Bauman, takes the lead in turn #1.
Robinson didn't want anything to do with battling in this one. What it's going to come down to is Bronson Bauman and Declan Bender getting together here, giving advantage to James Ott being able to secure that second place spot.
But it'll be the 44, Brandon Robinson taking the win.
Yeah, it's always good when you win the finale. Kind of get to go in the offseason feeling pretty accomplished, feeling like a bad dude for 6 months until Daytona.
The Mission Challenge race, 4 laps, $5,000 to win. The Harley-Davidson starting on the inside. Briar Bauman, Dallas Daniels on the Yamaha. He goes up a little bit higher. Briar would take the lead on the 3-bike.
Yeah, same sort of thing. Dallas Daniels cuts under, gets the lead for a second, but Briar Bauman picks up the win here. Gets ready for this main event coming up, Scotty.
$5,000 richer is Briar Bauman winning the Mission Too Fast, Too Tasty Challenge race. And your Mission AFT Super Twins starting lineup, the 3 is Briar Bauman, the 44, Brandon Robinson, Dallas Daniels on the 32, James Ott on the 19. That is your front row.
There's a lot going on, Scotty. We're about to crown a champion, potentially a third-time champion or a first-time champion.
The final race of the 2025 season is here. Mission AFT Super Twins, Lake Ozark Short Track. The championship is on the line. Who's going to grab the whole shot? Briar, Robinson, Daniels, and Ott on the front row. Light is green, clutches are coming out. Briar on the inside. Dallas takes him into the turn number 1. Daniels, Ott goes to the high side.
And James Ott's around the outside. He's going to have a good run. He gets blocked just a little bit there from Daniels moving up the racetrack. Briar Bauman, what is he going to do? He's behind Dallas Daniels. It's probably going to play out in his favor just a little bit.
Daniels leads lap number 1. Here comes Ott to second. Briar's not done. He goes to the bottom side. Now Robinson rails it around the outside. He's trying to take third. Briar says not so fast.
Yeah, but Ben Lau's coming up from that second row as well. James Ott takes over the lead from Dallas Daniels, and Briar Bauman needs to go along with him. They need to get by Dallas Daniels as quick as they can.
Here comes Dallas Daniels up the inside, trying the Tom Drain line. Takes that spot away from the 19 bike. Now here comes the 44. Robinson goes to second.
Yeah, Ben Lau's actually by Briar Bauman. Now Ben Lau is on his way to the front. Ben Lau in third place. Briar Bauman.
Oh! Ott is down on the front straightaway. Ott, the 19 goes down. Another rider down. Another rider down.
Oh, man. Briar Bauman just came together, I think, with James Ott a little bit there. And
4 riders down. At least looks like three or four riders are down on the front straightaway. Welcome back to Lake Ozark Short Track. Here is the reason we were under the red flag. The 19 gets a little sideways coming up turn number 4. The 3 goes up the inside and a little contact right there.
Yeah, and James Ott unfortunately goes down, and just on the straightaway there was nowhere to go for the rest of these crew. Dalton Gautier gets into the bike, so does Billy Ross, and Logan McGrain gets into Billy Ross's bike.
Restart Mission AFT Super Twins. The season finale, it comes down to this. Daniels grabs the whole shot. Briar goes into second. Here comes Ben Lau, the 25 to third.
Ben Lau getting another good start. Briar Bauman does not move up the racetrack at all. He is going to stay in the wheel tracks of Dallas Daniels. Ben Lau takes over second momentarily up the racetrack a little bit. Briar Bauman's going to get held up here. No, he's able to roll through it. I thought Ben Lau might be able to roll him.
Ben Lau up there in that third spot. Here comes Brandon Robinson. He's trying to go on the outside of Ben Lau, take that third spot away. Dallas slips a little wide. Here comes Briar. Briar Bauman to the lead.
Briar Bauman squares him up. Dallas Daniels does not immediately take a shot back. He doesn't need to. Dallas Daniels just needs to stay in the wheel tracks of Briar Bauman for this championship, but does he want to win this main event?
Here comes the 44, Brandon Robinson looking for third. Robinson gets by the 25 of Ben Lau, goes to third. Now he goes up the inside. Here comes Robinson to second. Harley-Davidson's 1 and 2.
Robinson just watched what Briar Bauman did. He takes over second. Now Dallas Daniels cannot afford to go too far back. If Ben Lau starts to show a wheel, he's going to have to pick up the pace.
Here comes Fisher. Fisher's up to 5th. Trent Lowe from the back of the pack's already up to 6th on the Honda. He's looking for some more. Trent Lowe goes to 5th.
Trent Lowe's on the way to the front. Dallas Daniels at this moment sticking with those top 2, but Trent Lowe looks up the inside. He's going to square off Ben Lowe. Will he get the pass on the front straightaway? Yes, he's going to take the position going into turn 1.
Trent Lowe gets by Ben Lau. Spelled the same. You got to say it different. Trent Lowe's up to 4th on that Honda.
Yeah, we've also got back there Bronson Bauman in this fight as well, battling with Davis Fisher side by side. Davis had an issue earlier on in the heat race. Bike looks like it's going the right direction right now.
Both of the championship contenders doing what they need to do. Briar needs to win. Dallas just needs to stay ahead of 8th or better to win the championship.
Yeah, and Briar Bauman's just letting fate do what it has. In this one, Brandon Robinson trying to win this thing, not able to catch Briar Bauman momentarily. We've got a Harley-Davidson 1 and 2.
Yamaha 3rd, Honda in 4th, and Yamaha back there in 5th. There is Briar Bauman. Down the back straightaway. There's one little bump right up there by the wall down the back straightaway. Other than that, the track is perfect tonight.
And I think Trent Lowe's going to be our catalyst here. I think he's going to be able to start to track down Dallas Daniels. He is going to be the next guy winning our last main event in Springfield Mile, starting to catch Dallas just a little bit faster last lap by.
Dallas maybe being a little conservative right now. Needs to finish 8th or better to win this first ever Super Twins championship.
Briar Bauman's got really good pace right now.
Briar can only do what he can do. He can only go out there and win and hope something happens or some people past the 32 bike. He has no idea.
Yeah, Trent Lowe's charge to Dallas Daniels is going to be taken a while now because Dallas can see how far back he is from Brandon. He can kind of gauge him. Trent can gauge Dallas, but he's got to catch up to Dallas Daniels. This guy could be our championship here in 4.5 minutes.
Looks like Robinson's closing in on Breyer just a little bit. Those two are buddies. I don't know if Brandon would pass Breyer. I don't know. We'll
Brandon
see.
Robinson needs to win this race, Scotty. He's
He
just
sure
looking
does.
for a job just as much as any of these other guys out here.
He doesn't care about the championship. He's locked into third.
Yeah, we will see what happens. Is he going to be able to catch him? He is about a tenth a second for the last 2 laps. 4 minutes to go. Plenty of time in this one.
Halfway flags are out. 4 minutes down. 4 minutes and 2 laps remaining of the season. Breyer Bauman leads on the 3. Brandon Robinson closing up on that 44 Harley-Davidson.
Again, so hard to lead here, Scotty. Brandon Robinson can gauge Breyer. Breyer can just ride as hard as he thinks possible, as much as the track will take.
We're going to go back to the battle for 5th right now. It is Bronson Bauman on the 37. The 67 is there, dashing Davis Fisher. Fisher trying to look up the inside on the 67 bike. It is Yamaha and a KTM.
Davis Fisher had that issue earlier on. Let's see if it's sorted out. He had a hard time getting down the straightaway horsepower-wise, but Bronson Bauman doing a great job. Part-time schedule this year on the Mike Butler Racing Yamaha.
And Ben Lau has slid back to 7th right now, so he had a good start, but Ben Lau's back there in that 7th spot. 37, Bronson Bauman. And the 67, Fisher. This is one of the best battles on the racetrack right now. This is for 5th.
Trent Lau is starting to creep up ever closer to Dallas. On the side of my screen, I'm looking at the timing.
Leader is the 3 bike. Lap traffic just ahead. That's the 11 of Daniel Poole. Here comes the 44. Now this is 3rd. Dallas Daniels in 3rd. Trent Lowe in 4th. Trent goes to the bottom of the racetrack. The brakes are glowing on the 32
yeah,
bike.
Dallas has got brakes and exhaust glowing on the 32 machine. I wonder what he's going to do. So I would imagine if Trent Lowe gets the pass on him, Dallas is going to take a look over his shoulder and see where 5th and 6th are at.
Dallas trying to win his first ever Mission AFT Super Twins Championship. The first for Yamaha since 1974. Here comes Trent Lowe.
Trent Lowe's creeping up just a little bit at a time. He has nothing to lose here. Coming all the way from that LCQ win.
Yeah, started back in the 4th row. Trent Lowe is the man on the move on the 48 bike.
Dallas Daniels doing exactly what he needs to do in this one to try and win this championship, using that rear brake, blowing that thing to try to get as much traction as he can. A lot less electronics this year than last. Trent Lowe takes the shot up the inside. He will make the pass on Dallas. Dallas squares it up, takes the position back from Trent. Trent spun up a lot there.
The 48, though, is making his way towards the front. Dallas Daniels still trying to hang on and get that championship. This is the battle for 3rd place, the last spot on the podium.
Now Dallas knows that Trent's got that inner line. Let's see, is Dallas going to allow him to go by? This is for the podium as well.
Bender gets by. Ben Lau moves into 7th.
You really want to be on that podium when you win your championship. That was important to me. Dallas Daniels right now in that final spot. He's picked up the pace just a little bit. Trent Lowe spinning the wheel quite a bit more right now than Dallas. Dallas using that rear brake to keep the bike in line.
1 minute and 2 laps to go in the 2025 season. Breyer Bauman out front by a full second, just about over Brandon Robinson. Daniels trying to win his first Super Twins championship in 3rd. Trent Lowe in 4th, and Bronson Bauman your top 5. That brake rotor is going redder and redder.
No worries there, though. That brake rotor can take a lot of heat. Dual disc is meant to do this. That thing is red, though, and we've seen this from Dallas Daniels this year.
The gap has shrunk a little bit between 1st and 2nd. We're still looking for this battle for 3rd and 4th right now. Daniels.
Trent Lowe took that one shot at Dallas, momentarily passed him, but he spun up a lot there trying to get off of turn 2. Now Dallas not allowing him to get back by. Trent Lowe, this is a line. This could be it.
Comes Trent looking at the bottom, coming off of turn 2. The 37, Bronson Bauman sneaking up. He's going to get in the mix of this thing.
There is a lot of mental thoughts, though, for guys that aren't in this championship of messing it up.
Clock has expired. Next time by, we'll see 2 laps to go in the 2025 season. This is the battle for 3rd. Daniels in 3rd, Trent Lowe in 4th, Bronson Bauman in 5th. We just got another peek at him on that 37 bike. There you go, 2 laps to go in the season.
Trent Lowe doing anything he can do to try to catch up to the side of Dallas Daniels. Bronson Bauman starting to march his way forward now as well, but we are down in this thing, Scotty.
It's just about over. This is the battle for third. Briar Bauman continues to lead, doing what he needs to do to win the championship. There's the white flag. One lap around Lake Ozark Short Track for Briar Bauman, doing what he needs to do to try to win the championship. Down the back straightaway for the final time on the Harley-Davidson. Number 3, the Rick Ware Racing Harley-Davidson leads him off in turn number 4. Briar Bauman wins the season finale. And here is your 2025 champion, Dallas Daniels on the Estenson Yamaha. There goes the fireworks.
Dallas Daniels having a phenomenal season, able to pick up that championship.
Wow. First one for Yamaha since 1974, 51 years ago.
The Progressive American Flat Track Series has been brought to you by the Cat Rental Store, the official heavy equipment supplier of Progressive American Flat Track, and by Royal Enfield, an official OEM partner of Progressive American Flat Track.
Dallas, you seem to be a guy that's in the pits and you really don't show a lot of emotion, but it's sort of overwhelming now. Not only get to Yamaha championship, I don't know how long it's been since Yamaha's got a championship, but your very first AFT Super Twins championship.
Yeah, it's overwhelming, the emotions. You know, it's been a little bit of an overwhelming season. I dreamed of this my whole life. Like, going to sleep, I want to be Grand National Champion. 6 years old, I want to be Grand National Champion. And it almost like slipped away at times this year, but I never lost belief in myself, never lost belief in my team. This is a lifelong goal. I worked my whole life to be here, and I got to thank my parents. They've sacrificed so much, continue to. My whole family, I've got a whole family and friends here. My buddy Andy's here. He's traveled to the races with us. Yeah, this is amazing. I mean, this is what I dreamed of my whole life.
Well, one of the things that's really going to solidify this is getting your #1 plate. And from the AMA, Mike Burkeen.
Dallas, congratulations to you and your team on an outstanding season. It's my pleasure, my great pleasure to hand you this AFT #1 plate. Congratulations.
Good job, buddy.
The results from the season finale, Briar Bauman taking the win by 0.678 seconds over Brandon Robinson. So Harley-Davidson's 1 and 2, but Dallas Daniels wins the championship by finishing 3rd. Trent Lowe is 4th coming from the last chance qualifier. Bronson Bauman is 5th. Fisher, Bender, Maxwell, Bromley, and Ben Lau rounding out your top 10. A tough break for those riders that went down early on in this one. Ott, Gautier, Billy Ross, and Logan McGrain. Let's hear from the winner of the race tonight, number 3, Briar Bauman is with Ricky Rackman.
Briar, your Harley-Davidson and you were so fast this entire day, and now I think that the race season's over. You're going to be pretty busy.
Yeah. Before I get to that, I got to give a huge thank you to the Rick Ware Racing and Parts Plus latest motors team. Man, I asked so much of these guys, and what we thought we were going to do and what we actually did were probably two different things, but we had high hopes and we had a lot of heart. So thank you to them. Man, congrats to Dallas Daniels and the whole SSN Racing team. Those guys were, dude, they're so good. And it's like, this was the best year of my career statistically, and it wasn't good enough. That's crazy. And it's just the level that they have, their program, and Dallas is riding at, and he was the better racer and they had the better team. So with that, I am going to be super busy. You can see my hat. I'm going to be a dad here.
Okay, tell us what your hat says.
It says dad, no days off. And I've been lazy lately, but my wife's been letting me know, hey, you got a little boy on the way and you better start locking in. Yeah, just an incredible year that I need to be more appreciative in the moment, but it stings.
The championship points look like this. After the 16th round, Dallas Daniels wins with 6 wins on the season, wins the championship by 6 points over Briar Bauman, who had 8 wins in the 16 races. Robinson is 3rd, Trent Lowe, Davis Fisher, your top 5. Van de Kooi, Ott, Bromley, and Declan Bender rounding out your top 10. Finishing 2nd here tonight, another Harley-Davidson with some support from Jaegers Harley-Davidson is the 44, Brandon Robinson.
Brandon, let's talk about those Harleys for a second, because you guys were fast straight out of the box all day today.
Yeah, it was a track that really suited these motorcycles. Man, we had a pretty rough weekend in Springfield, but we kind of came back in our wheelhouse tonight, and it was good to unload and be good all day long, and not really have to chase too much. So yeah, looking forward to coming back to Daytona next year.
Colby, the season's over. Your rookie stripe is off. How was the season for you?
I've been telling people this whole year that this has been a treat of a year. The racing we have been presented with is so amazing. I'm so blessed to be able to come in and announce this. I mean, these guys make our jobs easy.
Beautiful day out here at the Bike Fest, Lake of the Ozarks, but it was the Lake Ozark Short Track. Tom Drain doing what he needed to do, winning his 8th career win of the season. And then the Mission Super Twins, Briar Baumel was on a roll all day long, taking a clean sweep. His 34th career win, 8th of the season. On behalf of Colby Carlisle, Ricky Rackham, and I'm Scott Dibler. We'll see you in Daytona Bike Week 2026.